As a big fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's series, completing all the games has been something I've wanted to do, but some of the hardest challenges can get near impossible without lots of game knowledge or skill. Let's see what happens when you play one of these challenges without a plan. Okay, so Freddy is way too aggressive to keep track of and way too complicated to easily adapt to, but I have a secret weapon. I'm really obsessed with this game. So naturally, the way to deal with Freddy is careful resource management and staying calm under pressure. Right, wrong. Actually, if you look at him on the camera outside your door, he gets stun locked the entire night. Thank you, Scott Cawthon. Okay, so what about Foxy? You have to look at him, right? Wrong. Looking at any camera stun locks him the entire night. Thank you, Scott Cawthon. Now, checking the lights constantly for Bonnie and Chica requires you to kinda try a little, and effort isn't allowed here. So we need to break one of their kneecaps. Yeah, Chica is my next target because she can only get through your door from the same camera that Freddy is on, so you only need to check for her when she passes through that camera. So all we really have to do is check the left door every 5 seconds or so and open the camera constantly to deal with Foxy. But it helps to check on the cove occasionally in case Foxy slips through. Oh, but B-Sheep, just use a timer. Timers are for nerds. We aren't going to use timers on this channel. Okay, so for FNaF 2 we're going to use a timer. Most of the animatronics are all just copies of each other though. How complicated could it be? I didn't have the timer showing in the recording, but using a timer lets me close the cameras right before Golden Freddy would spawn normally, letting me use the flashlight on Blizzard Foxy while putting the camera down and therefore wind the music box along without dying. The only animatronic that's seriously a threat in this game is Toy Bonnie, so when the conditions are right, I can hold the right vent light to stall him if he tries to move into it. This strat was discovered by 8braden8 based on the Groomer 25 strat. I mean Shooter 25, sorry. Minor issue with my throat. Add a joke to the script here later so people think you're funny. I don't remember writing that. Normally, this is the part where you try to build up to the next challenge, but like how could FNaF 3 possibly get more ridiculous than that? FNaF 3, the one where I find Springtrap using telepathy. Any normal person would try to lure Springtrap far away from them, but there's a small problem. The moment you go to reboot your audio, Springtrap will slam down 15 cans of Red Bull before cave diving into the vents so fast it would make Barry Allen cry. The strategy to get the best odds of survival is actually to just let him wander right up to you and only seal the vents near him. Odds? So it's not skill based? Man, I sure hope Springtrap doesn't have a random chance to ignore the audio lore. Thank you, Scott Cawthon. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could you possibly keep track of Springtrap on Nightmare Aggressive to close the vents on him? Well, that's easy. Just check the cameras, look out for him hiding in the dark. Oh, and don't forget to magically sense his position through the walls. Oh, you don't know how to do that? Here, it's easy. Let me teach you. Okay, so you hear that loud, obnoxious screeching that's playing constantly? That actually means you are safe. But when it gets really loud, that means Springtrap is very close to you. So you should seal the vent to the right of your office and get ready to lure him away if he shows up at the window. Now, the real problem is when the sound stops, because that means Springtrap is at the top of the building where all the vents are. I usually just seal Cam 7 vent, so I only have to worry about 9 and 10. The vent directly in front of you isn't an issue because he just shows up at the window, so no point in sealing that. Now all I have to do is keep pulling the camera up so my ventilation doesn't go out for being AFK, and Springtrap won't be able to kill me in time, which was discovered by Freddy Game Player. Easy, first try. What's next? Walking in a circle completely blind? Oh, okay, I don't even know what to say about this one, like FNaF 4 is genuinely just moving in a circle the whole time when you have Insta-Foxy on. Oh yeah, Nightmare exists. He must be pretty tough, right? You counter him by turning your volume all the way up. Oh yeah, by the way, if you reset the game, you can actually hear it getting way louder for a moment because the volume of all the sounds are turned so far down that they are almost inaudible. And sometimes when he laughs, it's actually fake. Thank you, Scott Cawthon. Sister Location Custom Night is almost pure skill. Let's go, baby, first try. Most of the difficulty is just clicking Bonnet's nose as she waddles across the screen. Okay, so Scott clearly learned with Sister Location that skill-based challenges work, so surely with Pizzeria Simulator, and it's all just gambling. Thank you, Scott Cawthon. Actually, despite this one being one of the most luck-dependent, it's one of the few that actually tries to have tension and decision-making, so it's one of my personal favorites. This is it. Ultimate Custom Night. The final challenge, and oh my god, it's just gambling again. Okay, so the bulk of the difficulty here is just getting 10 coins at the start of the night, buying the death coin and using it on Funtime Foxy while hoping that characters like Toy Freddy don't kill you for no reason, and setting the camera to the right hallway to permanently stall the plush characters. After that is just reacting to threats as they appear, resetting the ventilation every 45 seconds, and hoping you don't die to RNG when you do that. I love gambling. Oh, and you have to switch between power generator and music box every 15 seconds on your keyboard. What's that? You happen to have your camera open for 1 frame over a 13-second interval? Bam, Rockstar Bunny spawns and you die guaranteed no matter what you do. Thank you, Scott Coffin. 95% of the difficulty from this challenge is gone if you remove Funtime Foxy. Amazing game design. I think I won. Oh my god. I almost sold it. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm trying not to make too much noise because my family is asleep. Otherwise, I would actually be screaming right now. Sorry, I really wanted to do the scream reaction. Oh.